What's up, Buck? Doug with D&E in the garage. Today I got something wild for you. Real wild, something I've never seen before. Let me set the stage for you. So for the past month, whole month of August, it's been humid in New Jersey. It's been raining nonstop. It's been hot, 90-degree days, 85–90% humidity. And on top of that, I've been busy for the whole month of August, probably longer than that, since maybe the middle of July. It's actually the very end of September right now, so maybe 2+ months of just heat and humidity. This Jeep didn't get opened at all. Then the other day, I want to take it out, go get a little mud in the tires. I pop the door open, and the smell that hits me when I pop this door open is ungodly. I almost gagged. And then I looked inside and I did gag. The whole friggin' Jeep is moldy. It's moldy. Look at this. The entire dash, all right? Tire center stack, shifter. The seat covers are a little moldy. Look at how bad the friggin', can you see that? How bad the seat belts are. The whole Jeep. There's mold down on the floor. There's mold everywhere. What I'm gonna try to do today is figure out how to get this Jeep so that you can drive it again. I mean, I had to pull it around the driveway. It was gross just sitting in it. It stinks. These seat covers are moldy. So I went to the store and I tried to figure out what kind of products I could use to get this thing disinfected. Honestly, it's friggin' gross in here right now. All right, so here's the plan of attack. Step 1, take out everything from this Jeep. Throw out the seat covers, remove the floor mats, see if they can be saved. Everything in there, I had a bunch of boxes of parts, like boxes of U-joints, they're all moldy. Get everything we can out. Step 2, Lysol wipes. I found these ones that have a scrubbing side to them. We're just gonna scrub every surface, get the actual mold off. After that, I'm gonna wipe everything down with some Clorox spray. Obviously can't spray seats and carpets with this. I think it would bleach it out, but we can get the hard surfaces, the plastic, which is honestly where it is the worst. After that, I'm gonna let it sit with the windows open for a few days. Then we put some air fresheners in. Hopefully, that'll be all it takes. Alright, I got the covers and the rugs out. The seats are really not too bad. There's a little bit, but I think I can just like scrub it off. What's really bad is underneath the seats. So I wasn't planning on it, but next step's going to be to rip the seats out of this thing so that we can get to that carpet. I do not want to have to scrap the whole carpet and start over again. That's like the last thing I want to do. So got to find a way to save this carpet. Dang it, it's my favorite camping knife. It's all moldy. Kind of rusty, but it might have been like that before. Yeah, now that I got these carpets out, I can really tell that the rug is like wet under here. It's not damp, it's very much wet. Let's take a look. Yeah, man, this is pretty gnarly stuff. You can see it's deep into the rug. I don't know if you can tell on camera though, but the rug is just wet. It's just wet. Oh man, look at that back there. That's, oh boy. For now, we're gonna do this like we're saving the rug. We're gonna see how far we can get. I'm gonna take these back seats out too, and I don't want to have to put a new rug in here, and I don't want to just not have a rug in here. So let's see what we can do about getting it dried out, getting it clean. First thing, get those seats out, and then scrub some of this plastic down just so that it feels a little more comfortable in here, and then we're gonna have to go in on the rug. Thankfully, the next few days are supposed to be dry, so this thing can dry out a little bit. Friggin' humidity, man. I hate the humidity, all right? I hate it. It's friggin' awful. Hot dang, man, there's a lot of room in here when you get the seats out. The carpet is, every step I go, this carpet seems to get worse or look a little worse. I think I'm gonna get the rest of this stuff out here. This is an amp, if you're wondering. I'm gonna get it out of here, and then I'm gonna clean the plastic. So at least, I mean, the plastic's gonna be an easy win. I know we can get that cleaned up. I think I might leave a dehumidifier in here tonight. I'll bet that would work pretty well. Dude, look at how grody that is on the windshield. You see that disgusting freaking handprints? This Jeep is disgusting. I wonder if I should be wearing a mask in here. Probably, right? Oh, I don't have one. I'm already in it now, so. This stuff, man, it's gross. You know, it doesn't help that the Jeep was kind of dirty to begin with. I was talking to somebody, I think it might have been my mother, was saying that it probably got so moldy in here because it was so dusty in here. I stopped washing this Jeep when I stopped driving it daily, so there was a layer of dust, which I guess gave the mold a biologic starting ground. I don't really know what you'd say about it, but it just grew on that dust as soon as it got moist, you know? The steering wheel's coming together, but now it's like sticky under. I don't know, man. Wonder if this Clorox is doing something negative to the plastic. Oh man, thank goodness the seatbelts are not super porous. I mean, they are fabric, of course, but it's like, it's all nylon, I guess, nylon webbing. So even though these were by far the grossest part of the Jeep, it's all coming off relatively easily. I really didn't want to have to try to replace the seatbelts. Oh my God, look at that though. That's disgusting. Alrighty, I think most of the plastics are at least cleaned to a point where I'm not gagging every time I try to get in this thing or touch something. Definitely gonna have to go over them with Armor All because this Lysol dries the heck out of like the rubbery plastics on like the steering wheel and stuff, shift knob. Time to vacuum. This is gonna be the step where it really tells me if this rug is salvageable or not. Let's do it. Yeah, so all the bolts that hold the seats down were pretty rusty and like goopy. I don't even know what they had on them, so I'm going to soak them in vinegar overnight, see if that doesn't remove some of the rust and whatever the other crud was that's on those things. Alright, the only thing I can think of to get this mold out of this carpet is to scrub it a little bit with some soapy hot water. Obviously the intention is not to add more moisture into the carpet, but gotta do what you gotta do. We're going to do that, then I think I'm going to park it for the night with a dehumidifier in here and hope for the best. Alright, we gotta get this thing moved, but the other seats are not ready to be put back in, so got this pretty pink lawn chair. Crud, I'm too short to reach the pedals now. Hold on. Oh, there we go. That's super comfy. Yep, let's go up. Oh, shoot. Alrighty, contact. Oh, yeah, there it is. There it is, friends. Considering how bad it was when we started today, I'm calling this process a success so far. Gonna get that dehumidifier plugged in, and if that is able to dry the rug out, that'll be it. Throw the seats back in. I have some WeatherTechs from my other WJ that I sold that I'm gonna put in here, so it doesn't matter how the carpet looks. I just can't have it, you know, being moldy. Can't be driving around the kid in a moldy Jeep, you know what I'm saying? Let's go get that dehumidifier. Yeah, there it is. All right, we got the dehumidifier in here. I've got all the seat belts stretched out so that they will dry out a bunch too. Got the extension cord run out here. Dehumidifier's going. I'm gonna just let this thing rock, keep all the doors closed. I'm hoping after 12 plus hours, this rug's nice and dry, and we can move on to the next step. All right, it's been several hours with the dehumidifier on. It does genuinely feel drier in here. We're gonna turn the dehumidifier off for a minute because I was doing some research online and a lot of people suggested white vinegar. So what I did was I took distilled white vinegar, I put 2 cups of white vinegar in, a half cup of water. That was the ratio that they suggested, and they said spray the mold down. I know it's a little dark, you're not gonna be able to see too well, but that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna spray the areas that were real bad with mold, and this white vinegar should kill it. Then I'm gonna let it run the rest of the night and probably most of tomorrow with that dehumidifier, and the hope is the mold will be gone. Morning, y'all. It's been about 18 hours with the dehumidifier running in the WJ. Let's get out here, see how we're doing. Whew, tell you what, smells like vinegar. That's probably a good thing though. The rug is definitely dry. It's like weirdly stiff. Let's see how much water we got out of this thing so far. That's a good amount of water, I suppose. All right. It smells like vinegar, not mold. That's the key here. This spot, like right up here, was terrible. It was so bad. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna let the dehumidifier run the rest of today, and maybe this afternoon, after like 24 hours, I will put the seats back in here. I think we did it. Absolutely. Right here down in the wells was all terrible. Now it's dry. It used to, when I opened the door, it would just hit me in the face with like that mold smell. Yeah, I feel real good about this. What's up, Buck? Here's where we're at. Home stretch, right? Dehumidifier did work. Absolutely. Got it to where I wanted it to be. If I had wanted to, I think I could have been done after the dehumidifier, but there was still just a little bit of dampness in the spots where I had to concentrate the vinegar and scrubbing yesterday. So Ash had the idea of throwing some baking soda down. I'm going to do that as a last precaution. The mold is gone. I'm confident the mold is gone. The mold is dead. The vinegar worked well. Scrubbing it with those Lysol wipes worked really well. The seats thankfully didn't have a lot of mold, but the vinegar pulled it right out of there. I'm going to vacuum them one more time, and I think I'm done. I'm going to let everything sit and just dry out for the rest of today, and then before I close up shop for the night tonight, I'll throw the seats back in here, and I may try to drive this to work tomorrow, just because I can. I've missed this bad little boy. It was sad, man. When I first opened that door and saw that that mold like that, my first thought was, well, cash that one in, you know? Hey, that vinegar worked great for pulling all the rust off all those bolts. Oh yeah, I hit these with a quick wire brush, but that's loads better than they were yesterday. Got all the crustiness off them. Little wire brush will be good as new. And there we have it, friends. From totally screwed to salvageable in 48 hours, something like that. To recap, we scrubbed off the physical mold material, the actual green fuzziness. Scrubbed that off with Lysol scrubbing wipes. Then I was going to use bleach, but the interwebs intervened and told me I'd be much better off using white vinegar. And it seems like the white vinegar has killed all the mold. The little bit that was on the seats, the whole lot that was all over the dash, all gone. The rug's pretty good. I'm confident that there's no active mold. They're just stained from the ordeal. I'm gonna use these WeatherTechs that I had from my old WJ going forward. I always wanted to get the ones that matched, and these did match my other WJ, but screw it, right? At least she's back on the road. I'm gonna try to drive her the next few days. If anything changes, I'll let y'all know, but for now, scrubbing and white vinegar, that seems like the thing, and time, and dryness. All right, we ran the dehumidifier in this thing for several hours. Thankfully it was a nice day, sunny. I could let everything dry out. Anyway, I'm sure I did some stuff wrong in this video. I'm sure y'all will let me know down there in the squawk boxes exactly what that is. If you do have any questions about what I did, by all means, leave me a comment down there in the squawk boxes. Let me know what y'all thought. As always, thanks for watching. See you next time.